Do you have the best superpower to win financially? Hello and welcome. My name is Peter B and I welcome you here at My First Million, where we are achieving our financial goals together. So we are all different. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. Luckily, those are not necessarily set in stone. So even if we have some weaknesses, we can work on them and improve them. So in today's video, I want to cover the topic, what is the number one strength, or so to speak, what is the number one superpower that will help us to win financially. For this, let me very quickly revisit the very basics of personal finance, so that will help us to understand why the following is the number one superpower to win financially. So, the very basic of finances are basically of personal finance are basically covered in the wealth cycle. The wealth cycle is showing how we are winning financially. First, we have our earnings, our income. Then we subtract our spendings from the income, which will give us the savings. And the more we save, the more we will be able to invest. And if we are investing successfully and are able to generate a positive rate of return, the investments over time should again improve and boost our earnings. So this is how the wealth cycle works. So considering the basics, the number one superpower that will help us to win financially is delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is very important and vital if we want to win financially in the long term and win financially over the years, over the next decades to come. So take a look again at the wealth cycle. What does delayed gratification means in all of those four areas that the wealth cycle is covering? So it basically means in the earnings, for instance, you will be willing to work harder now. So in order that later you will have a more easier life. So you try to work on your career now, to boost your career now. And the earlier you start off, the easier it is, or the better, or the more you will profit in the future. And the less difficult of life you might have when you're getting older. Then again, spendings, delayed gratification in spendings now. This could be big things, if you have like a big ticket items, if you can postpone them, or like even don't spend those big ticket items now, you can boost your savings rate and therefore invest much more and therefore have better opportunities in the future, more purchasing power in the future, and do more spendings in the future. So one example could be, if you're still in your 20s, maybe you like to pick up your daily coffee from Starbucks and drink a coffee every morning. However, if you wouldn't spend the money on your coffee in your 20s and just save it and put it into investing, once you reach retirement age, this one coffee saved most likely will be able to finance you a whole week worth of coffee from Starbucks at that time. And that's even considering inflation. So delayed gratification on every expense, really on every expense item and every ticket item of your money outflow can help you to offset the expense in the future. Then again, of course, the more you earn, the less you spend, the more you will be able to save. And the more you save now, the more safe your life is in the future, at least financially safe. It's even in the wording there. If you have savings, you will be more secure. You will have a more stable life in the future. If you suddenly get hit with an unexpected expense, for instance, the example that I like to bring up, if you have a car and suddenly tomorrow your car would break down, what would you do? If you have enough savings, you don't need to worry about this too much because you have the money to get this fixed and to have your car back quickly. And last but not least, then of course, investing. Investing also in investments what you want to see over time, or the ideal situation is that you will put your money into investments for a very long period of time. And if you get any returns out of your investments, you will not spend them or use them on anything else, but reinvest them, so that over time you will have a compounding effect. So if your investments are compounding over time, the initial amount that you put into investment is a minority, and the interest or the dividends that you're getting out of the investment and reinvest them are getting a bigger and bigger portion of your returns from your investments. So if you have the delayed gratification superpower and don't take out any returns that you're getting from investments, but just put them again back into investments and wait until maybe you're retired, or wait a few decades later, you really can profit from this compounding effect, which will be the very powerful tool to build your wealth over time. So to sum this up, do you have this superpower for delayed gratification? I think I was able to build this up. So this is potentially one of my superpowers. I'm able to hold off my expenses as well as possible now. I'm also willing to do more work, to learn more, to put more sweat into my job and career, in order that maybe later, when I'm a little bit older, I can take a step back and have a little bit more easy and relaxing life. I also try to invest more and keep my money in investments, and don't pull my investments out as well as possible, so that I can also profit over time, over the long period of time of the compounding effect. Do you have the superpower of delayed gratification? If not, this is easily trainable. Just train your mindset that you should work harder now. Think twice when you spend some money, and also start investing and try to improve investing. Try to improve every aspect on your wealth cycle. And if you see this as a game, improving your personal wealth cycle as a game, you over time will also build up your superpower of delayed gratification, because everything that you're delaying now is improving, you're leveling up in your game, in your financial game. So let me know in the comments below if you have this superpower, and if yes, please also share how you were able to build up this superpower, so that we can learn from one another. Thanks a lot for joining me today. I look forward to see you in the next video, and especially I look forward to see you winning financially.